All right, we got a couple more things we're going to cover in this show. We're going to go back to my favorite topic again. And, you know, my favorite topic, of course, as I've talked about many times, is football. I love football more than anything in the world, and not just because I make money from football by trading sports, but I love football because football makes me happy. Football's fun to watch. I love watching football. And I love speculating on football. So what recently came out was Caesars Sportsbook in Las Vegas, which is still putting out numbers even though they're not open, has put out the NFL MVP odds. And wouldn't you know it, first on the list is Mr. Patrick Mahomes. Second is LaMar Jackson. Jackson's got some decent odds. But what comes in third is super interesting to me. And the way this list breaks down going forward is super interesting to me. And this will tell you what Vegas thinks about what's going on inside the world of the NFL. Now, people are wondering, gee, what's going to happen with Dak Prescott's contract? That's been such a story over and over and over again. Well, Vegas doesn't care. Vegas thinks he's got the third best odds in the entire NFL to be MVP. Is Dak Prescott a franchise quarterback? That's argued over and over and over again. Well, Vegas thinks he is. Vegas actually thinks he's the third most important player, or has the possibility to be the third most important player in the NFL this year. Most valuable player. They see value in Dak Prescott. So when people argue, is Dak Prescott worth $33 million or $37 million? Third most valuable guy in the NFL. So you tell me. Fourth on the list, Russell Wilson. Coming in, the last two are just the most shocking to me. Everybody buying into the Tom Brady hype is just crazy to me. Tom Brady's 43 years old. He's going to go to Tampa. He's going to be a game manager. He's going to make some decent plays. He's going to take them to the playoffs. But I don't think Tom Brady's going to go there and throw for 6,000 yards. He's going to have the opportunity in that offense to actually throw the ball a lot. But I don't believe that Tom Brady's going to go there and throw for 5,000 yards. I don't believe that. I don't believe he's going to be in the race for most valuable player. I could be wrong. I hope I am. He's only a little bit younger than me. He would make me feel young again to know that somebody that age could win NFL MVP. I'll tell everybody that. I'll be like, just a few years away. I'm not old. I'm only a couple years older than the NFL MVP. So I'm rooting for Tom Brady. And last on the list, he's easily the most shocking person that he's even on the list for me. Kyler Murray has the same odds as Tom Brady, 16-1. Put $100 on Kyler Murray. You can win $1,600 if he wins the NFL MVP. I am blown away. That is even. He's even on the list. Listen to me. The kid had a really good year last year. He really did. It was a very good year, very impressive. Played above his skis, in my opinion, for a 5'8" quarterback. That offense is perfectly suited for him. He's got a great lineup of weapons set up to come back. They just brought in DeAndre Hopkins. Their offensive weapons are going to be loaded right now. Second year in the system, second year in the NFL. He's definitely going to take a step forward. I do not believe that he's going to be an MVP candidate because the rest of that team is just not built to win inside the division that they're in. And then that's important. So a lot of people look at teams and go, oh, that's a great team. That's going to be an amazing team. Well, you know what? That might be an amazing team. But that team has got to play in a really, 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 really tough division. That team has got to play against Seattle twice a year. That team has got to play against San Francisco, who was just in the Super Bowl, twice a year. That team has got to play against the Rams, who are going to be competitive twice a year. That is a tough division. You can't win MVP running through a gauntlet like that. Tom Brady has been as great as he has been because he has run through a gauntlet. I believe he has run through a gauntlet every year of absolute nobodies. The Jets, the Dolphins, and the Bills have all been pathetic. You want to know why the Patriots have been so dominant? They don't even get tested most of the time throughout the season. You know? So Kyler Murray to me shouldn't be on the list. Now there is another way to look at this. And you could say iron sharpens iron, Kyler Murray is going to play against some really good defenses, going to play against some really good teams, and he's going to become a better player every week, and he's got a chance to be MVP. Well, if you believe that, put $100 on Kyler Murray. Take a shot to win $1,600 this coming year. Those are the NFL MVP odds. Now, I have one last segment we're going to do today. Normally right now what I'll do is I'll answer questions that are sent into our website. But because we're doing the show 3 days a week now, I'm not going to answer questions today, but I am going to invite everybody, go to the website, which is sportstradingsystems.com. There's a link in the description below where you can go to the website and check it out. You can go there. You can join the newsletter. If you're a newsletter follower, if you guys get the newsletter, you can send me your questions, and I will answer them on this show. And the questions can be about anything. I would like them to be about sports trading, which is what I do. So ask me some questions about that, and I'd be happy to answer them. Today, we're going to do a brand new segment, which we've never done before, which is called What's on My Twitter Feed. I opened up my Twitter account today. By the way, I'll put my link for my Twitter account below as well if you guys want to follow me. I opened up my Twitter account today, and these are the tweets that popped up to me right away. Number one, those who scoff at Jason Garrett running the Giants offense may not realize that the Cowboys offense ranked number one statistically in 2019. That is incredibly true. That is true. My biggest concern is that you're going to take Daniel Jones in New York, and he's going to work in a brand new system, and he's only a second year, so you're already changing this kid's system already. So 2 years ago, he played in a college system. Last year, he learned a brand new system. This year, he's going to learn another brand new system. I think it's going to slow down his growth as a quarterback, and I'm totally against that for any quarterback, let alone a rookie coming into the league. Let's go to our next tweet, which is from Adam Schefter. Anything Schefter says is true. We all know that. NFL informed teams today that its virtual offseason now will be extended through the end of May, per the source. Initially, the virtual offseason was scheduled to only go through May 15th, now through the end of May. If you don't know what's going on, there's normally rookie minicamp now, and what the NFL is doing is instead of having the players show up in person, they're all working with the coaches over the computer. It's like purely educational, and all the players are doing it. I don't believe there's any type of physical activity happening in these virtual lessons. I could be wrong, and I think because of the situation, the NFL decided, look, let's sit down with the Players Association. We've already worked with their union, saying they can only work this amount of time for the rookie camps. But let's extend that, because obviously we don't want these rookies to fall too far behind, because that would be detrimental to them in the long run as far as them making more money. So I think there was some agreement that happened there, and they've extended the time the coaches can work with the players. Tweet number 3, appearing on CNBC, Panthers owner David Pepper talks about the possibility of open but not full stadiums for 2020. This comes on the heels of the commissioner sending out a memo to all owners saying, please do not talk about stadiums and putting people in them. So this is what happens when you have a billionaire hedge fund owner who does not listen to anybody, and he owns an NFL team. He just is operating on his own rules altogether. So good for you, David Tepper. Last but not least, this is a topic that has not been talked about enough in the world of sports. I am so happy today that this one was brought up on the Twitter feed. I am so happy that we can finally debate it, and because no one talks about this. It's so good that this is being brought up right now. Who's better, LeBron or MJ? And I don't think. I mean, if you want to rank the NBA best NBA players, I guess it's kind of topical right now with the Last Dance thing going on. But when you end it by saying, who do you think is the GOAT? Come on, man. I mean, what are we doing here? This debate has to happen again. It's a never-ending debate, which is, hey, it's a compliment to both guys that it's a never-ending debate. There's two guys that people are talking about this way all the time. So I don't know that there is an answer to this. I will say this. As opposed to doing that, I would like to approach this from a different way. I really don't like that people are always calling each other the GOAT. Everyone is the GOAT. Oh, that guy's the GOAT. That guy's the GOAT. GOAT stands for the greatest of all time. So there can only be one. There can only be one. I think Muhammad Ali said that. There can only be one greatest of all time. So, I don't know. That's how I feel about that. My name is John Todora. I am a sports trader. If you've watched this show all the way through, I do really, really appreciate you doing so. Smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Share this video with some friends. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit here today about some of the things that are going on in the world of sports. And hopefully you've learned a little bit about sports trading. I only touched on it just a brief bit during the show. I will talk about it more as we go along, which is, I think, worth the follow. Like I said, years ago I had a business. I sold my business. It's a true story. I had a few businesses, actually. You can Google my name. I actually used to be somewhat important. No. My mom hears that. She'll be like, "You're still important." Okay, anyway, you can Google my name. You can know that I'm a real person. I own several multi-million-dollar businesses. I sold them. I decided to take on a different life for myself. I was tired of working 95 hours a week. I was tired of having all this pressure, and I was tired of doing the things that I was doing. I kind of checked out for a minute, and I was only able to do it because during the time of owning those businesses, I developed a system that allowed me to see this sports for more than just sports, but to see it as an actual investment market of which I'm able to capitalize on and make a very, 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 very good amount of money every year. I make more money doing this than I've done anything in my whole life. And I've been truly blessed to have some great jobs and have some great business opportunities and make some great investments along the way. And I'm truly blessed by the fact that I was able to find this, and I would love to be able to teach you more about it. I'm not trying to sell you anything, just telling you to hit the subscribe button so you can learn more as we go along. All right, guys? My name is John Todora. They call me the Sports Trader. Thank you so much for listening and watching today.